Welcome back to the Creatia Conversation, your number one nerd-ish news source on Pornhub. I'm your host today, SES Vince, the Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, and the Sultan of Spitter Swallow. Joining me during lunchtime today, he is the head honcho in charge himself, Lord Cusselot Travis Porter, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka Team Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC, and Matt is Naked. Just how I like it. How you doing, Travis?
I'm doing all right, Vince. I'm doing all right. It's been a very busy and productive week for me, but I'm loving it.
Glad to hear it, man. More or less the same for me. I've been trying to book this March Madness tournament that's gonna go live tonight on my YouTube channel, and I've been busy nonstop. But we found some time today during lunchtime to get together and talk some nerdish news.
Oh yeah.
Travis, I have a question for you, man.
What's your question?
We always tell people to join us during lunchtime. Have you ever actually had lunch prior to the show or had lunch during the show?
I've had lunch prior to the show, not during the show.
What you have for lunch today?
Not today,
Not
but
today?
no. But there have been times I've had lunch prior to the show. I haven't done it today specifically just because I was doing a lot before this show. As you saw, I came sliding in right, right when we were posted.
You slid right into home at the very last minute.
Yeah,
I was
because
I was chilling in the street in the yard. I was chilling in the stream yard for about 20 minutes, waiting for you to set up. Because
yeah,
I was ready. I was
right.
raring to go. I was
Usually I'm the one that's here early, but it was just because I had so much I was already doing. Like I'm setting up other stuff for us. Like we have a new series that's coming soon. I'll go ahead and tell y'all about it now. It's called Creators in Creatia. Where basically I'm talking to a bunch of different people in the creative space, like animators, artists, comic book creators, all kind of different people, and just sitting talking to them, picking their brain, just talking about the world of creation, of the world of creative media. And it is been very fun. I've met some great people, people that we can probably work with in the future on other projects and all
okay.
that kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to what this can bring forward for
I
me.
love that, man. I love that. Collaborations are what helps expand our whole universe, which is what we want to do. Obviously, that's what Marvel and DC are doing with their whole multiversal stuff. So we need to get on the multiversal train too, right?
I'm here early whenever anybody else is hosting, Matt.
Yeah, somebody just
When you're doing it, I'm sure everything's fine, so I just come in whenever the fuck. But it's
unfortunately, Matt has pants on. I guess we should go ahead and kick things off with a few things we're going to be talking about today, Travis. Unless you have any updates for us on Hogwarts Legacy or anything else of that sort.
Nothing much on Hogwarts Legacy except the fact that I was in possession of a dragon egg and I was not allowed to keep it, and that bothers me.
What? Why?
Because I had to give it back to the mother. It's like why'd you put it in my possession if I wasn't gonna get a dragon? Like
that sounds like those. That sounds
you?
like those episodes of Pokemon where Ash would get a rare legendary Pokemon and he never get a chance to keep him.
Yeah.
He hatched the whole Larvitar and then didn't get to keep him. He could have had the Tyranitar, but no, the show logic didn't want him to have cool Pokemon until the very end when he's about to retire and he's no longer 10 anymore.
Yeah. Same shit.
We can't have fun things. We can't have
fun. The whole thing. There were these poachers going around. They had these dragons. It's one of those things they showed in the previews. Where you're looking for people.
Yes, it is pretty unfortunate. By the way, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Travis.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It was one section of the game. There were these poachers. And they were trapping beasts and all that kind of stuff. And one thing they were doing was having this dragon fighting ring going on. And like I said, it's one of the previews they showed that, so it's not really a spoiler. But in that whole thing, you save this one dragon, and turns out they have a dragon egg inside this place too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I have a dragon egg now. I can just take it back to my room of requirement, put it in my little place where all my beasts are, and I'll have a baby dragon. But this fucking Hufflepuff was just all like, no, we got to bring it back to the mother and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck you, kid. But,
man.
Just I was annoyed. Yo people, Vince. Yo people.
Giving Hufflepuffs a bad name, by the way.
Yeah.
What isn't gonna give a bad name is Starry, man. Like we covered this weeks ago,
We did.
and my job finally got Starry. So
Okay.
I was planning on doing it at the start of the show, but I accidentally tipped it over, so I don't want to make a mess of my carpet. So right before we end the show, I'm gonna go ahead
Then
and
open it up.
do
Okay.
a taste test of
You
Starry.
want to try to make sure it's still cold though. You got it in ice or something?
Oh yeah, no, it's been cold. Like I put it in the freezer, so like
Okay.
it's one of those things where you like put the water bottle in the freezer before you go to school, and
Okay.
it's nice and cool in the morning. So you just take it out, and it's like still thawing out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Good. Good.
it's all good stuff. This is what you get with Hufflepuffs. You don't have this issue with Ravenclaws.
No, I just had that issue of a Ravenclaw saying he wanted to come with me on a mission and then panicked the entire time.
Those sound like direct shots. But let's get to the direct news because
I
it's that
mean,
time. It's that time, Travis. It's newsy time.
newsy time. Okay.
Newsy time. So today we have a few things. We have a couple WWE stuff, some Marvel stuff, some interesting fast food Subway stuff. But we're gonna kick things off with Shazam 2 reviews. What are critics' first impressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So critics have finally unveiled their first reactions to the much talked about DCU sequel, Shazam Fury of the Gods. Although it's unknown if the Shazam franchise will still be connected to James Gunn's DC reboot, Warner Bros. Is going all in on the upcoming sequel. By the way, this is an article by TheDirect.com.
Okay.
Aaron Mayer Eclairino. Sorry, dude, I messed up your name.
You.
Yeah.
That guy. Got it.
Yeah. Marketing has ramped up in the past weeks with the studio unveiling new trailers and characters posters for the Shazam family. Several critics got the chance to see Shazam Fury of the Gods early before sharing their first reactions on social media. The movie podcast host at AJ Jetson described Shazam 2 as exhilarating and superpowered fun. This is the direct quote from him. Shazam Fury of the Gods is exhilarating. David F. Sandberg whips up a captivating and truly funny story that can be celebrated with the whole family. Rachel Ziegler, Jack Dylan Grazer, and Digimon Hudson
You say
are.
Digimon Hudson?
It sounds like Digimon. Digimon Hudson. I can't pronounce that name. I'm not good with names.
Gotcha.
All these people are standouts. Fury of the Gods is super powered fun. So far, like it's been relatively positive reviews for the most part with the early screen tests, and that's always good to see because you don't want like these franchises to falter or whatever. You don't want what's a really bad movie, like DC movie. Like you don't want a Green Lantern, you know. You don't want to make a Green Lantern. You want to make sure, you know. The big question here is whether Shazam 2 is connected to the DCU or not. The first reactions proved that the latest DC sequel will be a fun movie, which is a good sign for both die-hard and casual audiences. Shazam Fury of the Gods is set to premiere on theaters Friday, March 17th. So that's next week Friday.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I know you and Will have covered early critics reviews for movies in the past, and I know you have a certain stance on them, but so far these are all positive, which is good. Is that going to sway you whether or not you're going to go watch the movie, or were you already planning on watching it prior?
I was already planning on seeing it. Usually with these, I see the trailer and I look and read some things about what the movie itself is really going to be about and all that. And I just decide then if I'm interested in seeing it or not. What other people think of the movie is irrelevant to me. It's just if I go in there, I'm like, I don't. A lot of times with these reviews, you just look at the score and people are like, oh, that means it's a bad movie. No, you need to actually read the review and see why they said this is bad,
Right.
And oftentimes when you do that, you see the things like, oh, they didn't like it because of this, this, and this. These things don't bother me.
Exactly.
So I'm cool. I'll go watch it,
Because I saw a lot of critic reviews when they came to Quantum Mania was that it felt like it had too much going on. It felt like they just kind of like jumped too fast into like the quantum realm. Other past characters, like side characters like Louise, weren't involved. And it's like why would Luis be in the quantum realm? Like the only way you get Luis is if you do a post credit scene. But they give us two very fantastic post credit scenes with Jonathan Majors,
Yeah.
and you really don't need to go ahead and cover cover anything with Luis. Like it, you're not missing anything, to be honest with you. But it is what it is, man. It is what it
Yeah.
is. I'm still looking for it. Like I didn't watch the first film. I have to go and watch the first film now to go watch the second one. But they've swayed me because I was not feeling it because when they were doing the trailers where he was like making a parody spoof of the Fast and Furious Vin Diesel family line, I thought it was a little hokey.
But the
But
movie is hokey. The first one was hokey, but it was fun and I liked it. So it was just
all
like,
right.
yeah, the first one, I liked the first one. So that was another reason why I was already interested in this one anyway.
Okay. Melissa went to go see it. So if she says it's good, I'll take her word for it. You know, like I'll give it a chance. So if I'm not mistaken, is it on HBO Max already?
The
Or
first
has
one?
it? Yeah, the first one.
Probably.
No, I'll check it out on HBO Max. Um, Travis, I mentioned Jonathan Majors, right?
You did.
He's been just about everywhere. Well,
All over the
apparently
everywhere.
everywhere. That man's been whoring himself out more than I have to other podcasting networks. Well, Marvel's Jonathan Majors is set to star in a new movie potentially directed by Spike Lee. So this is an article coming from comicbook.com by Nathaniel Braille. Jonathan Majors is quickly becoming a
It's a made up
staple.
name. He's not real.
That's what I thought. Braille, like, what's the last name? Jonathan Travis. Jonathan Majors is quickly becoming a staple at the box office with two major films from two different franchises, both in theaters at this time. Majors will be featured prominently in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kang the Conqueror, and it doesn't look like the actor has any plans of stopping anytime soon. It looks like Majors has found his next big project, and the legendary Spike Lee may be directing it. According to Deadline, Majors will star in The Understudy, which is being produced by Will Smith's Westbrook Studios, Amazon, and Majors Tall Street Productions. Lee is eyeing directing the film, which will see him reunite with Majors after previously working with him on The Five Bloods. The film is being written by Tony Hanna, Zach Strauss, and Tyler Cole. Cole created the story for the project under Westbrook Studios. Deadline describes the film as follows. The Understudy tells the story of life imitating art when the understudy of the Broadway production finds a role he's willing to kill for. What was Major's? So that's kind of like a very subtle like definition. It just kind of goes on to talk more about Jonathan Majors stuff
Right.
with Marvel and Kang the
Not much
Conqueror.
about the movie itself, but
No,
just
unfortunately.
yeah.
But yeah, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited that he might work with Spike Lee? What are your thoughts on Spike Lee movies?
Hit and miss for me
Okay.
with Spike Lee movies. But more hits than misses.
All
So
right.
it's just I'll check it out. Like it's not like I'm not like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this now. Oh, it's never happened. Nah. It's like, okay, that's cool. I'll probably check it out.
Will
Not really
Smith's involved. You're a big
yeah,
Will
he's not.
Smith
Yeah,
fan.
he's not in it though. So it doesn't matter.
What if he makes a cameo? What if you later on it turns out that he makes a cameo or he's actually in the film with Jonathan Majors produced by Spike Lee? Would that entice you more?
I mean, it'd be a pleasant surprise.
All right, fair enough. You know what is a pleasant surprise, Travis?
What's a pleasant surprise?
It's when you surprise your partner, significant other, or whatnot with a gift, the special variety, a sensual gift. And you can get that gift at sensual.creationworld.com. MySensualSecrets.com boasts one of the largest catalogs in the web across all the varying levels of adult toy categories with toys for him, for her, and for both. The product line is extensive compared to other competitors in the sexual wellness industry. Orders ship within 24 hours, so customers are always satisfied with both the price and quality. MySensualSecrets.com has top-rated reviews and exceptional customer service. Go to sensual.creationworld.com to receive 10% off your order today. Once again, Travis, that is sensual.creationworld.com, and you can receive 10% off your order.
Nice.
Like the transition, I've been trying to make them a little bit more seamless.
You're doing a great job, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Pat on the back. I don't get much compliments from you, so I got to take them when I can.
Oh yeah, this is your one for the month. So.
Oh, all right. Well, also things I don't get very often is a lot of my favorite reggaeton artists being involved with pro wrestling, and we have some WWE news today, Travis. So this was supposed to be covered on yesterday's show, but because we had so much covered, I decided to save it for today.
Yeah, there's been a lot of news this week.
Yeah. WWE this week on this past episode of Monday Night Raw announced that Becky G will be performing America the Beautiful on Saturday, April 1st, night one of WrestleMania. This is actually pretty big for me because I actually have a bit of a celebrity crush on Becky G ever since I saw her in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The movie was not much to talk about, but she was the star of the show for me.
You hold on one goddamn minute, sir. That movie was fantastic.
The newest one? The release?
Yes.
With Bryan Cranston as Zordon?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I liked it, but I'm just talking about like the general review. The general public was like, it's meh.
And the general public is wrong.
That one for the month. Yes, one for the month. See, it's already backtracking. It's already backpedaling. But yeah, so Becky G, star of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, reggaeton artist. She's one of the top celebrities. She's going to be performing America the Beautiful. It's going to be actually in Inglewood. So she's from Inglewood. So it's going to be a hometown like artist being performing live in front of their crowd. So I think that was kind of cool. I popped for it. Didn't seem like most of wrestling Twitter cared, but I fucking cared. You know, I thought this was a cool thing. Travis, do you know anything of Becky G outside of the fact that she likes to sing in the shower?
Nope, I didn't even realize that was the same one from Power Rangers. So
she's Trini from the Power Rangers, and then way back
I see it now that you said it. It was just like, oh, right, that is her. Yeah.
So on top of that, like, do you remember the song that came out forever ago, like singing in the shower?
No.
Like dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower. Look up the lyrics. That's Becky G. I had no idea that was her. That was a pop song that came out forever ago. But then she transitioned into reggaeton and like more Latino based music. Change her career. But yeah, I was excited for it. I thought this was pretty cool. And then obviously, they just announced this morning, this is coming from WWE.com, that Bad Bunny Benito, is set to host Backlash Live in Puerto Rico on Saturday, May 6th. So Bad Bunny is making another return to WWE. He's not performing, but he will be the host for WWE coming to Backlash. It's not WrestleMania Backlash, so I'm glad they removed the whole WrestleMania tagline from Backlash because I just like the name in general.
Yeah, there's no reason to put that in there.
It's going to be live from the Coliseo de Puerto Rico, Jose Miguel Arquelo in San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is going to be the first time since 2005 that a WWE live event has been held from Puerto Rico. The last time it was there,
it's a premium event, right? Because I think they've had Raw or SmackDown there, haven't they?
I can't recall if they've had a SmackDown or live. I know they've done live shows there, like house shows.
Okay.
But in terms of a premium live event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to dub it, the first time since 2005, New Year's Revolution, where Edge cashed in on John Cena and became WWE champion. What's the last?
New Year's Revolution. Okay. I've not thought about that show in a very long time.
I think about it a lot because it was one of the few times where WWE had it in Puerto Rico, and it was fantastic to see. They need a surprise performance for Bad Bunny. I agree, Amani. They do, and maybe he should show up at WrestleMania 2 and give us a surprise performance there as well. Yeah, I love Bad Bunny, man. He's one of the few celebrities that keep on giving, and I'm all for it.
Wait a minute.
Yes. Breaking news.
I don't know how. Well, this was announced today. This is one of those things that's only going to matter to me. So go ahead.
Well, yeah, that was my news. Bad Bunny hosting WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico. Thoughts?
I'm not a Bad Bunny fan, really. It's one of those where it's just like, I mean, it's fine.
Have you listened to any of his tracks
I'm
or
sure I've
tried
heard
to?
them.
Okay.
It's
All right.
just one of those things where it's just like
Have
I've
you?
never gone out of my way to sit down and said I'm gonna listen to some Bad Bunny right now, but that's not an exclusive to Bad Bunny thing. That's a lot of new artists out right now. I just don't have any desire
All
to
right.
listen to them, so
I understand. That's
I just
fair.
haven't heard it. I mean,
I'll send
like
you a
when he
Spotify
performed the
playlist.
last time they what's up?
I'll send you a Spotify playlist.
Okay,
I have like 50 plus songs.
all right. And I'll. But yeah, I've heard him. Like I think he performed that Booker T song and all that kind of stuff that I've seen and all that. But
Yeah. Great song. Fantastic. He said, I watched the JJ's in the chat. She says, I watched the Daily Show and kids say he isn't good to listen. No, I've seen them listen live. Like my girlfriend's seen him live twice. Unfortunately, I haven't. But yeah, no, I think he's solid. Overall, swell guy. Um, you know who else is swell? It's not a guy, but he's a swell pal. And that's your furry friend. That's man's best friend. And when you have a best friend like that, that's swell and just treats you right and just looks out for you, you got to look out for them. So go to dog.com because dog.com is your online dog supply shopping and information destination center. Everything your dog needs from toys to treats and food is available, including collars and leashes. They even have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend. So if you guys want to go see a Bad Bunny concert and it starts to rain, you can get some water safety gear for your furry friend. Take him to watch that Bad Bunny. So go to dog.creatiaworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. Once again, that is dog.creatiaworld.com. I wasn't sure how I was going to fit into dog.com sponsorship, but I just squeezed it in there and just kind of try to make it work.
sometimes you got to squeeze it in.
Yeah. And you know what's making it work? It's Rhea Seehorn. Uh, Better Call Saul star. She's returning to Albuquerque for a new show. All right. So the Better Call Saul star. Well, before we get started, how'd you feel about Better Call Saul, Travis?
I enjoy the show. I haven't watched the last season yet, but
Oh, it's great work. It's
I
great work.
do like the show.
All right. Better Call Saul star Rhea Seehorn is returning to Albuquerque for her new upcoming show, which reunites her with Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan. The Better Call Saul star is like I said, returning to Albuquerque for her upcoming show, arriving at its conclusion late last year. Better Call Saul wrapped up as one of the best shows of 2022 and presented a strong argument for being regarded as one of the best dramas of all time. In the interview with the Hollywood Reporter, Seahorn discussed reuniting with Breaking Bad creator and Better Call Saul co-creator Vince Gilligan for an upcoming Apple TV Plus drama series. So this is going to be on Apple TV Plus. The project will film in Albuquerque, the key location in the Breaking Bad universe, even though, as Seahorn makes clear, it's not related to the Breaking Bad world. Seahorn Court is included below. As far as I know, it's not been nailed down where we're filming, but I'm never surprised. Vince is very loyal and likes the family of people that he has worked with and prefers to hire the same people over and over. So I could see lots of reasons why he wouldn't want it to be Albuquerque, but I can tell you that it doesn't have anything to do with Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. Mm-hmm. So Rhea Seehorn, I loved her as her portrayal as Kim Wexler. She was a fantastic actress. I've never knew her prior to this, but I love Vince Gilligan's work. He's done great stuff with Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul. More great stuff. I don't have Apple TV Plus, but for those that do, this might be something you want to check out, and this might be a reason for me to check out Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, it's the one streaming service really that I've just like ignored.
Travis, do you have anything you want to cover before I switch over to something else?
I'm going to be staring at this all day, so I need you to go ahead and just talk about it. I know you're not going to care. Most people watching this are not going to care, but do you remember a movie called Aragon that came out some years and years ago? Like 2005, 2006.
I recall the name, Travis. I recall the name. I can't say that I remember watching it.
Well, it was based on a book, and the book was part of a book series called The Inheritance Cycle. Last book in this series came out, I believe, in 2012.
Okay.
And The author Christopher Paolini just announced that there is a new book coming in that world, based around one of the main. Well, I guess you could say he was like a side character, but a main side character kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
His whole it's set after the end of the inheritance cycle, and it's coming out in November, and it's fucking exciting because if you all know, Travis loves dragons, and this
Yes, you
is
do.
this is a this is about dragon riders and this one dragon rider who was a bad motherfucker. And yeah, yeah, I'm 100% in on this thing with Murtag and Thorn. Yeah, let's go.
By the way, shout out to Will. Maybe Will's excited about dragons just as you, and then you guys can both enjoy this upcoming project, man.
But yeah, I do appreciate you throwing out the bow down emote though. I like that. There you go.
Nice, nice. Travis,
So,
do you want to share the Ghost trailer today, or do you want to save that for
yeah,
tomorrow?
let's go ahead and do that. You want me to go ahead and pull it up?
Yeah, pull that up, and while I do that, we'll talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And the runtime it's looking like it will set a new franchise record with Marvel. So the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 director James Gunn revealed that the Guardians' third MCU movie will set a new record with its lengthy runtime. The Guardians 3 looks to send the team of intergalactic misfits on their most emotional MCU adventure to date, which has been teased heavily in the threequel's first two trailers, tying in closely with their streaming special on Disney Plus, while introducing Chukwudi Iwuji as the High Evolutionary. I Again, man, these names, man, I'm not good with these names. It's a common theme for today. The Guardians will have to pull out all the stops in order to keep their family together and save the cosmos from disaster. And to do that, the threequel will need an extended runtime so that all of these deep and impactful plot points can be explored in the most effective way possible. Let's see here. How long would the well? How long? How I can't talk. Will it
How
long?
long?
How long will the runtime be? Looking at James Gunn's specific comments here, fans are likely expected Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to run anywhere between 2 hours and 20 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes, with a small chance that it could be even longer. Should it exceed that length, it would become one of the five longest movies in MCU history, coming close to recent Phase 4 outings like Eternals, 2 hours and 36 minutes, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, 2 hours and 41 minutes. While it's not shocking to see movies runtime come out to this length, MCU fans hope that it will be in the service of a great story, particularly with all the excitement and anticipation building for its debut. The movie that has to address a number of lingering plot points, including Gamora's return to the team after Avengers Endgame, the High Evolutionary's journey into villainy, and Rocket Raccoon's tragic backstory. Even though Gunn will continue to tease new information about Guardians 3 in the weeks leading up to its debut, its official runtime will remain a mystery, most likely until late March or early April. However, based on the comments alone, fans should expect to see the Guardians in one of the MCU's longest movies, the entire MCU multiverse saga. Jesus. It'll be released on May 5th, by the way. Yeah. Another long movie.
I'd say, is the length of the film something that matters to you?
Yes, in terms of preparation. If I know that the film is going to be a lengthy one, I go and make sure I use the facilities beforehand. I make sure I get all my concession snacks and make sure it's nothing too salty. Make sure my drink is a small and nothing too big. Make sure my sips are sporadic and few and far between. Because unfortunately, throughout Wakanda Forever, halfway through the film, I had to go use the facilities.
That's unfortunate.
I left before the mid-credit scene with T'Challa Jr., but I had my sister record the scene so that I didn't miss it. Yeah.
Really, y'all did that? Really?
She recorded on her phone and just the end credit scene. But I went ahead and rewatched the film a second time. The second go around, I was a little bit better. So also taking that before. Yes, of course. make sure it's not after a long day of work. That's the only way that it matters to me, is that in terms of the preparation. Because if it's a 2 hour ish film, then I'm like, okay, no preparation needed. I'm just gonna go raw dog it, right? But if it's something that's lengthy as this, you need to prepare for it, you know?
Yeah. Only thing that usually that makes a difference with on me most of the time is using the bathroom beforehand. But I do
Okay.
that before every movie anyway, just because I don't trust myself with that. Because it's just like it'll be
Yes.
one of those things like, it's just like I haven't really been peeing very frequently lately. But today it'll be like I'll have to pee like, in the middle of this thing, even though I just peed an hour ago. So it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, let me make sure I go before the movie starts. Because
Understand.
I've become very bougie when it comes to my film going, sir. And I now only go to theaters that bring me my food in the theater.
Oh,
So,
100%. I've
so
started
getting
doing
my snacks ahead of time is no longer a thing. I'm like, no. You bring that here.
so I don't do the app because the app doesn't have all the offerings with the AMC dine-in theaters. So like
Mm-hmm.
you'll go on the app and it doesn't have all the things that are on the menu that are available, or they'll have stuff that isn't available, and then you'll just have to like reorder stuff. So I go to the concession stand initially, order my stuff, and then I head on my way. I get my drink because you can get your drink and your
Mm-hmm.
popcorns right then and there. But all the food, like my burgers, my nachos, my wings, all that stuff, brought to me. It's a lavish luxury lifestyle when you go to the movies that way, but it's a lifestyle that I've grown accustomed to, and I
Yeah.
can't go back to. Once you go there, you can't go back. Everything. It's like when you go first class, when you fly first class, and you go back to coach, you can't do it. You can't do it. And this coming from a guy that's never flown before, so I'm only going based off of television impressions. Based on what I see on Seinfeld, it's night and day.
It is. It is.
Um,
Um,
hold up,
they're also
hold that thought real quick, Travis. When it comes to a long film like this, you need to be prepared. You need to make sure you're ready, and obviously, you need to get yourself a Dubby, because with Dubby, that is a Dubby. So Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash jitters or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropic, a 150 milligram caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply just don't have. W uses Neurofactor, a patent all-natural coffee cherry extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser focus and fast reflect effects, making it especially perfect for gamers or late moviegoers, because these MCU films are going to be midnight releases events.
Mhm.
They disclose full ingredients, W does, and the product will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly. So go to w.creatiaworld.com and use the code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. Again, that is w.creatiaworld.com and use the code Creatia. There you go. I was trying to sneak that one in. I saw the opening and I
You
snuck
had
it
to
in.
take it. You had to take
Gotta
it.
take it.
I see now also they're putting out an illustrated edition of the original Aragon book too, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, because when you get older, your books stop having pictures in them,
All
and
right.
like I feel like that's so rude. Like, why'd they stop putting pictures in the books? Just because there's more words to read doesn't mean I don't still want pictures.
I want pictures. I want the
Yeah,
occasional pictures sprinkled in there.
exactly. So yeah, they're putting out an illustrated edition of the original Aragon book too, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
So yeah, let's check out this trailer for Ghosted though.
Let's do it.
Right. I guess I should unmute it though, huh?
Yeah. It's not a deal breaker for me, but
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go out sometime.
You want to get a coffee?
Now?
Yes, now.
I'll just hang on.
When I wake up
Her name is.
Uh, How I Met Your Mother vibes right now.
Sounds crazy, but I think she might be the one. She really is great. You'll see.
It's another Apple TV.
She goes to them. I bet she isn't even seeing your text.
Should have had Apple TV on the tagline.
I'm going to London.
Walk 500 miles and
Get it. It's a
walk
grand
five.
romantic.
I'd walk 500 miles for you, Will, if you're still in the chat.
Surprise a girl who you've only met once, especially if she's the one who goes.
So you walk that 500 miles and then go see Cocaine Bear with him.
No, she didn't go.
I would. That sounds like a lovely date, if you ask me.
Where am I? Oh God, do you have the wrong guy? I'm a former. Wait. Whoa.
Ooh.
You walk gold.
Say to you. Who are you?
CIA.
I'm so confused. They kept asking me about the tax man.
They asked you about the taxman.
Didn't think I am a tax man. You're the tax man.
Oh my God.
Oh God! You got me kidnapped and tortured all after one day. I saw the rock.
You're the one who flew to London.
It was a romantic gesture. I'll deal on the continent. I want her alive.
This is bigger than you and me.
Didn't it ever occur to you that it could be a foreign asset trying to compromise your mission?
Who the hell are you?
Do you trust me?
Is that a joke?
So yeah, looks like a fun story. Can't hear me? Oh, I don't know what's going on with you either.
I can't hear you worth a damn right now.
Really?
Might have to leave and come back. Give me a second.
Okay.
You continue on.
I'll continue. Looks like a fun story there,
Uh,
where they're just, starts off, Chris Evans meets a girl, they go out, exchange numbers, and he thinks he got ghosted, and he can't find her. He's like, she's not answering his text or nothing. Then tries to do this big grand gesture and go to London. I don't know. He's like looking for her. And turns out she's CIA, and she, it's all dangerous shit. Bad things can happen, but then he's shooting shit too, and yeah. So it should be fun.
Nope, can't hear you.
Still can't hear me? Chat, can you hear me? Let me know. Let me make sure it's not on my end. So it looks like Stez is still picking it up here, checking the settings here. So I'm not sure what else is happening. Okay, so yeah, the chat can hear me. So yeah, it's Vince. Vince is the problem. Of course he is. Can
Hello?
you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. Up, and now he's gone. What did you do, Vince? What did you do now?
So I had
You
to I had to have I opened a new tab, but then the first tab started working again. So now I heard an echo. So I had to close. It was a whole thing, Travis. It was a whole thing.
That does sound like a whole thing.
Yeah. You know what is a whole thing, Travis?
This dick?
No, not this, but it might be almost as big. And I'm talking about this foot long potato chip from Subway. Have you heard about this, Travis?
No, I have not heard about a foot-long potato chip before today.
All right, so let's talk about it. So this is an article coming from comicbook.com from Adam Barnhart. Subway is celebrating National Potato Chip Day in a big way. Tuesday, the sandwich chain announced a new partnership with Baked Lay's, one that will result in the world's first ever foot-long potato chip. For one day only, sandwich fiends will be able to get their hands on a baked Lay's potato chip measuring 12 inches in length. Surprising our fans with unexpected flavors, combinations, and unique culinary creations is what we do best, Scott Finlow, Chief Marketing Officer of PepsiCo Food Service, said in the release. We're grateful that our partners at Subway share our passion for creating meals that are as delicious as they are memorable. Available Tuesday, March 14th, there is just one slight catch. The Baked Lace footlong will only be available in single Subway locations in Frisco, Texas. Boo hoo. But you're in Texas, right, Travis?
No, I'm in Atlanta. We've talked about this.
God damn it. The Subway chips will be available at its location at 6700 Stonebrook Parkway, Suite 100. The chip will only be available at National Potato Chip Day as supplies last. The deal begins on 11 a.m. Central Time on March 14th. And then lucky enough to visit the Frisco store and order a Subway Series footlong meal, will be able to add a baked Lay's footlong for free. Furthermore, only one chip will be available per person, so it's likely the chips will be incredibly rare on the aftermarket. So, despite all this news, unfortunately, this sounds like a bit of a turd at the end because I thought it was going to be nationwide and you could just buy this footlong potato chip. I did not read further into the article. I just saw a footlong potato chip and got excited.
Yep, and that's how they get you to click on this stuff. That's the internet, sir.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes. But you know what? You know what also gets me excited, Travis? And I don't have the ad read for it because I don't have it saved on my computer. But you're gonna have to do it for me. That's Adam and Eve because Adam and Eve has so many sexual wellness toys. Do you have it pulled up for you?
That is true. You know, Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted, reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men and women, straight or gay, anywhere in between, Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lubes, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you've bought a dildo, sex swing, or penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on all orders of $49 or more. That's adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping. Link will be in the description.
There you go. So unfortunately, unless you're in the Texas area, you won't be able to get the footlong chip, but you can get yourself a footlong vibrator and or dildo. So
you sure can.
There you go. So we're compensating, for the masses out there. We're helping them get like something else in return.
Amen.
Travis, do you have anything else?
Yeah, we got some video game stuff here.
Perfect.
So I don't know if I've ever talked about this with you before. There's a game that was supposed to come out last year in November called Starfield, but it got delayed.
Yes.
It was from Bethesda. So it got delayed to 2023, and we didn't have an exact date yet until now. So Bethesda has delayed Starfield once again. This article comes from IGN from George Yang. As the game will now launch in September for PC, Xbox Series S and S. There will also be a Starfield Direct on June 11th, right after the Xbox Game Showcase. So in a new official launch date announcement trailer, Bethesda's Todd Howard confirmed that the highly anticipated game will release this year. Quote, "We have poured ourselves into this game, and even I'm surprised how much we can pour. It is large." That's what she said. "We're playing the game all the time," he explained. The Starfield Direct in June will provide a deep dive into the game. As Howard continued, "There's so much that we still have to show you. The game has many of the hallmarks that you'd expect from us, but it's also a very unique experience." So there's that, and I actually have the trailer here, so we can check that out.
Sweet. Awesome. I love trailers. It's my favorite thing we do on this show. That and Newsy Time. Singing Newsy Time is right up there.
And
This is Constellation Star Station LO868.
in Russian space station.
The eye is showing signs over another one of those big anomalies. Maybe you catch a smile and uncover the source of it all.
Is this actual gameplay footage? Like game footage?
I don't know.
Because if it is, bravo.
Probably at least in engine, probably not gameplay itself. So it'll probably look similar to this, but I don't know if this is the actual.
September 6th, 2023. Well, we got a date.
Mm-hmm.
They set a date, which is an important thing to do. I need them to set a date for Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi for whatever they're calling it. Like, yeah.
Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes. Was there more to it?
Yep. I did events. Hold on.
You gave everyone just a tip this time.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and give you the full thing here.
If you have a Blaze Pizza near you on 3/14, you can get a pizza for 3/14 Pi Day.
Yeah, different places do that, but yeah, I'll look into that because I'm definitely
Blaze Pizza. Now I have to look into see if we have a Blaze Pizza.
Yeah, I don't know what Blaze Pizza is, but yeah,
that's Google it. I'm gonna Google it for sure. Go ahead.
Everyone, from myself and everybody here at Bethesda, we are so excited to finally tell you when Starfield is coming out this year. You know, we have poured ourselves into this game, and even I'm surprised how much we can pour. It is large.
That's what she
we're
said.
playing the game. Shout out over here to lead producer Tim Lamb. Old school fans, you may remember him from the Oblivion making of video where he's sitting on a similar sofa doing similar things. But also this June, we're going to bring you into the studio.
Those of you familiar with
and give
Bethesda,
you a deep
they
dive of
made
the
the
game
Fallout
and our Starfield
games,
Direct. There's
Elder
so much
Scrolls.
that we still have to show you. The game has many of the hallmarks that you'd expect from us, but it's also a very unique experience.
I feel like I've seen that guy talk about this already. Have we covered this?
Your support, your comments.
This is
we
new,
really do
so
read it all, and
they literally just
we
dropped
know
this video
you've
today.
waited a long time to play something new from us. Believe it or not, we're kind of the same. We miss it, and we really.
I'm having major deja vu then.
All to play it. So thanks, and we'll see you soon.
I don't know about the release date thing, but I think they might have done like a teaser for Starfield, and it was.
Oh, they've done other teasers and stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's that same dude playing that same end clip that you showed us again at the end.
Oh, I don't remember.
I remember specifically watching that dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me and Mara or Mara and Trav and Matt, but it was there.
Yeah.
By the way, there is a Blaze Pizza in Lakeview near like Clark and Halstead, so I will definitely check that out. And I think I got everything I wanted to cover today. We do have a few more things, but we're getting close on time, so I figured we can just leave that for you and Mara tomorrow, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Well, there's some there's a few Blaze Pizza locations in North Atlanta. I'm on the south side, but yeah.
You can order delivery. All right. Before we sign off, we're gonna do it.
Yes.
We're gonna do it. Let's see.
Vince is trying Starry for the first time.
It tastes just like Sierra Mist. It's literally the
It's
same
the same.
thing. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I prefer Sierra Mist. I did it already. I already did it, man. I already did it. I'll send you a care package of Starry, so you can try it too. Don't hold me to it though.
I say that's not necessary. If I want one, I can just go get one. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, but yeah, there you have it, guys. Starry tastes very similar. It's actually the same thing as Sierra Mist. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just mental gymnastics that I'm doing here because I see the more lemony flavor highlighted, so I taste the lemon flavor in it a little bit more than I normally do. But it's Sierra Mist.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes just like Sierra Mist. So go ahead and try a Starry today.
Well, that's just like when it comes like Sierra Mist, Sprite, 7-Up. Do you really taste the difference between all of them?
Not really.
Yeah.
I taste the difference between like Coca-Cola tastes distinctly different than Pepsi.
Oh yeah. Those two very much so taste different. But
everything else in between, like Sierra Mist, Sprite's very similar.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. It's a mental thing with those.
Unless it's McDonald's Sprite, in which case
that's some different shit. That's different.
That's some voodoo magic Hogwarts.
Like
shit.
how is your pop spicy? Like what the hell is happening here?
Hey, you know what? It would have went great with the chicken quesadillas I made for lunch today. There you go. Travis, I'm all done. Let us know. I do want to find out. Go ahead and tag us on Instagram and Twitter, whatever, on your posts when you do try Starry. So go to Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter at It's Creatia World. Tag us. Let us know what you think of Starry. Let us know that you actually tried it today. Do your little Starry tag. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream, whether that was on twitch.tv/Creatia World. It's available for about a week there. So go ahead and give us a subscription there. If you do have an Amazon Prime subscription, you do get a free Twitch subscription as well. You got to go on your website browser, on your laptop browser. Go ahead and set that up. You got to do it every month, but it's worth it. Give it to us.
Just re-up mine today.
There you go. Give it to us. It's fantastic stuff for fantastic content creators. We talk about Star. We talk about Marvel stuff. We talk about foot-long potato chips and sex toys. Why wouldn't you want to subscribe?
Exactly.
You could also watch the live stream on youtube.com/Creatia World, where the live stream is available later on the live tab. Go ahead and subscribe there. It's on the bell notification so you know when a brand new episode goes live. We're also go live on facebook.com/Creatia World. So it's more of a family-friendly platform, but we're not the most family-friendly show. You can also go ahead and check us out.
It depends on your family.
That's true. Depends on your family, because there are categories on the hub that are a little bit more lenient in the family realm.
Much more open family,
Exactly. And while you're there checking out those porn genres, you can go to pornhub.com/model/Creatia World to watch the replay of the video, so you don't have to go and do the live stream. So once you get done checking out that family, you can watch the Creatia Conversation family.
Once you watch the stepmom and stepson have a foursome with the stepdad and stepdaughter, like, where's the actual relationship here? There's no actual. They're all step something. I don't understand what's happening, but okay. After you get done watching that, come on over and watch us, and then finish.
Yeah, exactly. Going back to the Facebook stuff, we have a couple groups. We have facebook.com/group/Smacking Raw, where it's mostly wrestling related stuff. We do a wrestling live chat every single day for the live shows such as AEW, NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, and pay-per-view. So go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Mike, Patreon subscriber. And while you're there, go to patreon.com/Creatia World and give us $1. You too can help support us, get exclusive content such as Multiverse with Travis and Mara, or Return to Wrestling with Travis and Matt, where they go back in history and talk about old WCW, which Matt genuinely enjoys, especially when it's about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. He was actually especially sad after we finished this past episode. We were looking at Bash at the Beach, where Kevin Sullivan lost a loser leaves town match basically, and there would be no more Kevin Sullivan in WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Matt almost cried. Actually.
Yeah. He had one of those single gangster tears rolling down his down his cheek. Going back to Facebook, facebook.com/group/them dragons, where we talk Dungeons and Dragon stuff, right? No, we talk
No,
more
it's Game
about
of Thrones stuff. Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon.
Why do I keep doing Dungeons and Dragon?
I don't know.
You're
just eager for us to bring that back. We're working on it. I promise y'all.
While you do that, and while you wait, go to creatiaworld.com and check everything out. You can check out our player profiles, links to everything, our merch shop, and everything. But you could also go to Linktree/CreatiaWorld. You can check out all the links to the audio platform for whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever we're available. Anchor, go ahead and check us out. All the links are there. For me, myself, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince, but you should go to youtube.com/SESVince right after you're done watching us here. Subscribe there, turn on the bell notification, because I will be going live today at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be doing a women's wrestling March Madness. This is March Madness 2K23. We'll be having TC Fontaine from Young Kings Wrestling, Kitty Kinsey Bay from She Leads Showcase, Will and Allison from Botch Spots and Chair Shots. They will be judges on our panel of a 64 women wrestler tournament to determine the very best in pro wrestling. So go ahead and check that out. Once again, that's youtube.com/SESVince. Turn on the bell notice, Travis, your stuff before we get out of here.
As always, you can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Yeah.
There you go. So for myself, the Lord Cussalott, Travis Pointer, and Starry, go to youtube.com, subscribe to Creatia World and SESVince. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later, y'all.
Peace.